welcome back everyone, welcome back to something a little bit different, something a little bit special. Welcome back to a monthly show match. Welcome to the Enki Pro Series number 5. Again, the Enki Pro Series is a tournament, is a show match series that Enki, Alexander, El Hermoso, Papi, a Spanish caster, a Spanish tournament organizer, has been hosting on a monthly basis. We have casted every single Enki Pro Series in the past, featuring players like Hero, Clem, ByuN, Zaun as well, Gumiho. So I do recommend checking out some of the VODs on YouTube as the many show matches that we have brought to you here. And now we have another special show match as well. This one is a little bit different though. This time we're not featuring a best of 7 1v1. This time it's going to be best of 5 2v2. Let's go. In theme with today's broadcast, we just wrapped up with the LATAM League semifinals. And as a reminder for those that are curious, the LATAM League Grand Finals next week. So the players have a month. The players do have a month to prepare for those Grand Finals. But now within the theme of Latino America, we do have LATAM versus Korea coming up at you next. A best of 5 between Juanito, SpeCial, and Cham up against ByuN and Percival. Let's go, let's go. Again, the Koreans are a little bit less willing to play 2v2s, at least it feels to be the case. We have seen Ryung and Gumiho partner up. True, we have seen them partner up. We haven't seen many other duos though when it comes to the Uthermal 2v2 circuits, but now we have ByuN and Percival rising together. Let's go, let us go. So we have a Terran, I'm assuming a Terran duo. I'm assuming that they're not going to be kind of like race switching. I think an example of that is Serral and Ducklings. For those that maybe don't tune into the 2v2 circuit, Serral does compete in the 2v2 circuit, but because double Zerg are considered to be the weakest pairing in 2v2, he doesn't play Zerg when he plays 2v2. Sometimes he does, but he very often switches to Protoss. So we have casted Serral play Protoss before in 2v2s to kind of complement his teammates a lot better, to complement Ducklings. So because of that, we could see, I mean, I say that specifically for Zerg duos. I'll say Terran duos are a lot stronger here, so there's less of a chance, but there is always a chance that we might see like ByuN or Percival mix things up a little bit, depending on how the series does unfold. We'll see. We shall see as we are jumping into our best of 5, and game 1 is going to be on Arctic Flowers. Oh, I should also, actually, I should have tested this. I believe I have to do something in regards to the overlay. We'll play it by ear. Let's go. Let's jump in. Let's jump in. But I might have to change some things regarding the overlays. Nah, should be fine. Should be fine. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Arctic Flowers. We have our duo themselves. We have our Latino American duo. We have both our Mexican Zerg player in Cham and our Mexican Terran in SpeCial in Juanito. Not Sagan. We have Team LATAM, and spawning in the top right hand corner, we have their opponents. We have the Korean duo. We have our 2 Terrans, our teal Terran in Percival and our blue Terran in ByuN. Not Draconics. But here we go. We have Team Korea versus Team Latino America, Team Mexico. Let's go. So again, we do have both Cham and Juanito playing their respective main races. And coming into Arctic Flowers, we have an interesting dynamic here, of course. We have shared mains. The main base is shared between both players, so it's going to be easy to defend said main against an all-in. Likewise, the natural doesn't have that high ground advantage. There's quite an opening here at the natural base, but shared natural bases as well. This is not always the case in 2v2. This is not always the case here in 2v2. Sometimes we have separated main bases and sometimes we have separated natural bases as well with multiple entrances. But here on Arctic Flowers, I would say that your 2-base setup is very secure here on this map. Meanwhile, we do have our openers. So far, economic opener. We have a Rax Expand out of Percival. Likewise, we have a Rax Expand out of ByuN as well. I will actually change our overlays a little bit. Hold on. Bam. To show the command card. So we'll adjust. Behind this, we do have actually a bit of a later hatchery here. Okay, earlier gas, earlier pool. So, oh, sorry, my apologies. It was hatch first. So hatch first. So hatch gas pool, send it over out of Cham. Juanito double gas. So out of all of our players, our Korean duo, they play standard, they open standard, Cham open standard, but Juanito, he instead does go for the double gas opener into a faster factory before expanding. So Juanito is being more aggressive, more assertive. With this, Reapers are on the way. We can go into faster tech lab, into faster cycle production. SV Scout from Percival will confirm the opener of SpeCial. So we'll confirm. But now Cham is just droning on up. Behind this, both ByuN and Percival are going to be getting ready for Juanito. They do have extra Reapers, of course, as they both have one. So together, they should be able to defend against SpeCial. They should be fine. They should be fine. They should be okay. As Cham, he does take his third. So third expansion's on the way. So again, Cham playing very standard here. Just droning up, just saturating. You see Juanito doesn't quite move out. Not yet. Just trying to gain map control here early on. Likewise, we have all players going to their 1-1-1s. No one's going into a faster second rack to a faster second factory. Not yet. To see Juanito move in. Does move in, does zone away. Not gonna lie, like, it's doing my head in a little bit seeing 3 lines of Terran production tabs on the left hand side. It's like, who's who? Aha. And it looks like it is gonna be okay. The 1-1-1 into Banshee play at a SpeCial. Does it into Banshees? Meanwhile, from the other side, we have a standard Raven opener out of ByuN, and Percival, I would imagine, will do the same. Like, right now, both ByuN and Percival have done mirrored builds. Like, they're doing the exact same build, but never mind. There's that first point of deviation. Banshee out of Percival into an add-on swap. ByuN continues making Hellions. Percival, he will switch into Marine production. So our players, they do deviate. At least our 2 Terran teammates here. Our Korean teammates. Meanwhile, we are going to be doubling down, committing into Cloak. Meanwhile, SpeCial, I believe, did not. SpeCial going into just standard Banshee. Vanilla Banshee, no Cloak. Meanwhile, Mass Hellions going to be moving out. Queens, they can hold their own. Cyclone as well, but that's a lot of Hellions that they can try to rush past. Ooh, not quite able to. And not quite able to go for the dive. Locon takes on the Reaper, and so far the Korean team are forced back. Yeah, Team Mexico, they're standing strong. Cham is SpeCial, they do defend, they do deflect. Behind us, the Banshee has arrived. The Banshee for SpeCial is moving out. But he gets spotted by the Raven. Ooh, he gets spotted by the Raven. ByuN is aware. And you can see they do respond. With nothing that shoots up, but they do respond nonetheless. Juanito, he does spot the Banshee here of Percival. That was Percival with a bit of a slip up. SEV's gonna be going down. Where's that auto turret? 2, 3 SEV kills. Not bad. Yeah, 5 kills in total. Banshee survives, gets away from those auto turrets. Not bad. Getting another SEV. Another 2 SEVs. 3? Oh my god. 3 more SEVs going down. And Percival, what's he getting done with his own Banshee just now moving out? So delayed move out of Percival. This one bit, Juanito is popping up. How many kills? 9, 10 kills on the Banshee. Oh my god, finally it goes down. That one Banshee has paid for itself, bearing in mind that he didn't even research Cloak. And now it's on Percival to recover, to bounce back and to try to replicate that damage. Spore is not yet done. Banshees are headed towards Cham. Oh no! Oh my god, they line up! The drones do line up, that is brutal! So many drones go down. Oh god. I'm afraid to look. How many was that? I want to say 11. 16. Oh god. And we're not done. Again, the Hellions, they roast up the mineral line, and Cham is getting bullied. Losing 21 drones. That's over a mineral line. Ay. In one second, in one fell swoop, bam! 21 drone kills. Cham is hurting. He's hurting. Cham is falling behind. He has to re-drone, has to resaturate. Behind this, we have mech on the way from ByuN. So ByuN is meching it up. Meanwhile, Percival is playing Bio. So Bio tank out of Percival, mech out of ByuN. Behind this, what is Juanito going for? Bio tank. Bio tank out of Juanito. So out of all 3 Terrans, ByuN is the only one going into mech. Meanwhile, no turret. No turrets. Oof. Likewise, auto turret harass into the main, but we have defensive auto turrets from ByuN. And Percival, he is winning the game single-handedly. Percival, he cripples Cham, and now he's going to be crippling Juanito as well. He's crippling SpeCial. I'm afraid to look. So Cham lost 26 drones in total, by the way. 26 drones, that's almost 2 mineral lines. Meanwhile, we just see SpeCial losing 18 SCVs. And that was all due to the Banshee and the Hellion harass. The Hellions, they did help when it came to killing Cham's workers, but when it came to SpeCial's SCVs, that was purely the Banshees. So Percival, he's winning the game for his team. ByuN's like, oh, thank you so much. And now from here, ByuN can just focus on just building up his battle mech. Hellion Cyclone. Yeah, it's ByuN Percival. They catch the Lings. There's no way out. Yeah, Zerglings, they just get roasted. And again, like the Team Mexico, they've been crippled. They've been crippled early on. They're still trying to recover. It's not going to be an easy hold. It's not going to be pretty. Percival and ByuN, they're moving in. There's not that many Cyclones, thankfully. It's mainly Hellion out of ByuN. But more Cyclones are reinforcing. Roaches are trying to hold their own. The armies, they split up. Armies do split. Nice lock-ons on the Roaches. Marines towards left-hand side, just catching at a couple of key units. But so far, Cham and SpeCial, they're holding on. Oof. It does hold, nice stim. SpeCial chasing ByuN back. Do we have any tanks behind this? No tanks, just purely Hellion Cycle. That's still a lot of Cyclones. There we go, there's one tank. Yeah, there's one tank on the high ground. Percival, he does hold the line. Percival, he's got his tanks. At the same time, he does step on top of the Roaches. Ooh, even sniping 2 Ravens. Percival, calm down. Snipes 2 Ravens, snipes 3 Ravens go down. Percival, he gets all 3 Ravens. Percival, he took the fight with the Roaches earlier, and now ByuN comes in to clean up. Yeah, ByuN with the cleanup. Oh, still has to respect those Roaches. Has to kite back. Lock-ons are still brutal. Oh, Juanito catching one of the tanks. And getting another as well. Some decent trades here from SpeCial, catching out 2 tanks. But he cannot keep pushing. And Percival, he stims in. Takes out all the Marines, takes down the tank as well. Percival, he holds the line. And Cham and SpeCial, they're all in. Like, they're pretty committed at this point. It's like, SpeCial is on 2 bases, so he's 2 base all in. Cham, likewise, on a low drone count, just now transferring over. Like, it's all or nothing for Team Mexico. It's all or nothing, man. Actually, hold on. Can I? Okay. Unfortunately, I can't flip the production tab. Otherwise, I would. But we cannot flip it. Smooch. Oh, I can't do this though. There we go. Sorry. That's a 5. As while they don't quite bring down the tank. Tank does survive. Rotating over, catching out 2 of Juanito's tanks. Oh, only getting 1. Okay. SpeCial, he does hold. Losing only the 1 tank. From here, he does pull away. Does pull away. Oof. And I mean, I'm impressed that SpeCial's been able to maintain himself for as long as he has with a stifled economy. Like, he's got half a base here in the main and half a base here at the natural, so he's got a 1 base economy. So just trying to keep himself going. Cham, he is maintaining himself, at least somewhat. Cham is on 78 workers, so he's okay economically. I guess he can feed SpeCial. True, like SpeCial, he can ask for money. SpeCial is on 44 SCVs. But the longer this goes on, the better it is for Team Korea. for ByuN and Percival, as they are free to max out. Cham himself is maxed, but the soup does lie. This is a 200 supply Roach Ravager Link base composition, so it's very much so inflated. Does have an inflated army. And here we go. It's the 1v2. Cham, can he take down ByuN and Percival? Does rush forward. Yeah, SpeCial, he taps out. Like, SpeCial's been out of it for quite some time. And there we go. GG gets called. ByuN and Percival, they take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG will play. They will take a lead in the series. And now we're getting into game... Oh, we're getting to game number 2. As a reminder, this is a best of 5. And again, SpeCial and Cham, they just had a really rough start. Winding it back if you missed out on the start of the game. Actually, I should do this. There we go. Winding it back, if you missed out on the start of the game, we did have ByuN and Percival crippling the mainly it was Percival. Percival crippling the economy of both Cham and SpeCial. Remember, he killed 26 drones and 18 SCVs. That is insane damage. And ByuN, he helped a little bit. ByuN, if you remember, he had Hellions to support, and he was able to get one juicy volley off in the middle line of Cham. So there was some Hellion support as well, but really the MVPs that game were the Banshees, because they just tore both Cham and SpeCial apart. SpeCial was able to do some counter damage with his own Banshee, but it paled in comparison to the damage that he's had sustained. And from there, they were forced into an all-in. The all-in failed. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're now getting into game number 2, and we'll see if SpeCial and Cham can bring it back. We can make a series out of this. Again, it's a best of 5, so we still have plenty more games ahead of us, but we are jumping in. We go. Buenas noches, bye. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Oh. As we are jumping into game 2 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Undercurrent, we have our Latino American duo. We have the red Zerg, we have the purple Terran, we have Cham and SpeCial. Not Sagan. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our Korean Terran duo. We have our teal Terran, we have our blue Terran. It is ByuN and Percival. Not Draconics. But here we go. I might actually just remove the visual of the intro for this. Yeah. But here we go. Welcome one all to Undercurrent. Undercurrent honestly is a really nice aesthetic map. We'll get to it, but there's a lot of dinosaur noises. I say dinosaurs. There's a lot of deep sea like creature, like whale sounds that are permeate towards this area and this area of the map. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Looking forward to it. When it comes to the bases, when it comes to the maps, again, we have a lot of, I would say, variety in regard to the 2v2 maps. We have a shared main. We have once again a shared main base, but there is one pocket base which ByuN is taking for the Korean team. Meanwhile, is being left open currently for the Mexican team. And likewise, we have a kind of shared natural location. I say kind of shared. There is an entrance here on the in between the bases, in between both expansions, and there's also 2 entrances here towards the left hand side. So this area is more open, it is more accessible, and aggression and all-ins can be more successful here towards the low ground natural location. But of course, at least one player will have a much safer pocket expansion, which Cham is going for. Sorry, which SpeCial is going for as well. So SpeCial, he will take the pocket. ByuN also taking the pocket base. Once again, we do see SpeCial going for a Rax. Once again, for the first time this series, we have a Rax expand out of SpeCial. I believe ByuN went CC first. Yeah, CC first out of ByuN. So a very greedy build here by ByuN going CC first. He gets away with it. Meanwhile, we do have a more standard opener out of Percival and SpeCial. Meanwhile, from the side of Cham, it was Hatch Gas Pool. So standard opener out of Cham, standard opener out of SpeCial, standard opener out of Percival. It was ByuN being greedy. ByuN was greedy, and he should be able to get away with it. He should get away with said greed. As Reaper does poke in. And doesn't quite get the drone. Yeah, the Marine Reaper should be able to hunt down Percival. He's coming in for the scout. He does confirm the timing of the factory. He knows. And you can see the ping there. Yeah, he sees single gas opener out of SpeCial. So he's aware that we have a more economic start. SpeCial going into a third CC. Oh my god. Last game, SpeCial was forced into a 2-base all-in, but this time, very fast third CC. A much more greedier build here from Juanito. Oh boy. Let's go. Is going to be more greedy. At the same time, across the map, we do have our 1-1-1 setup here out of ByuN. Likewise, 1-1-1 out of Percival as well. We have reacted Hellion from both players. No major deviation yet. Not yet. When it comes to the map itself, there are some goal bases that can be difficult to maintain. There are goal bases in the center of the map. Likewise, we do have the Zelnagas on the edges as well. They're also a little bit more exposed, a little bit more difficult to maintain. There's a lot of dead space here outside of the natural bases. And there it is. Majestic. But yeah, the primal ambient sounds are very real here. It's like we're in Jurassic Park, papi. And it's also here as well. Once we get vision, once like someone takes this expansion, then you can hear it. Oh no, yeah, there you go. Beautiful. So far, Lings do collapse in. Hellions are going to be, they're going to be zoned away. Going to be zoned away, getting one SCV kill, getting two, getting a mule as well. Not bad. Very nice damage here. Yeah, we do see Juanito and Cham. They do bust down that mineral line. Percival, he gets crippled. As ByuN wasn't quite able to zone that army away. We'll clean up. We'll clean up. We'll shut this down. Look at the assault type here. 10 SCVs. 10 SCVs do for nice damage. Cham and Juanito. Cham and SpeCial. They pop off. They get some nice damage here at the natural. I like the idea of last time we casted our 2v2 tournament, someone posed the idea of that creature having collision. That would be this creature here. That would be a lot of fun. Like the idea of on the map, like you'd have this like neutral, not killable creature that would just like fly around every now and then that could like, I don't know, like push away units or even deal damage to units as well. Just have collision. Something like that. I feel like something like that should be possible in the editor of the map, and fun idea. It's like a Terran boost in with a double drop and then bam! Oh god. The Leviathan comes out. Messes everyone up. We want nice defense. Especially don't shut down the Banshee. Don't shut down the initial Banshee harass. And so far, I will say that Cham and SpeCial have had a stronger start this game. Unlike the previous game, they have this time maintained their own economies. They've defended well. They've secured their bases. And it's Percival that's been struggling. And you can see that here in the supplies. Like Percival, he is significantly behind everyone else just because of the early game damage. That is what is difficult here about 2v2 is that you can be ganged up upon early on and you can then become a bit of a liability until you can recover. So Percival's still trying to recover. He's going for a third CC, but it's going to be denied. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be at least delayed. Yeah, as the building SCV goes down, the hatchery of the Nexus, sorry, the CC itself under fire. Oh, Percival coming in with the Cloak Banshee. Okay. Team Korea gonna hold on. They shut down. Oh god, they shut down the Cyclones. What about the Hellions though? Yeah, the Hellions, they will once again delay. They clean the Marines. They're going for the mineral line. Not again. Leave Percival alone. Oh my god, leave him alone. He just wants to mine. As more CVs are falling, and we spoke about it. Percival right now, he is still a liability. Like he's still trying to recover. And he's just being bullied time and time again. This is the downside, of course. I mean, ByuN has been left alone because, hey, ByuN got the pocket base. Remember, ByuN, he had the pocket expansion, so he's been safe and sound. Percival has not. As Percival, he's lost 16 SCVs so far. ByuN has lost 0. And that's the dynamic of some of these maps where one player is more vulnerable than the other. And this time, Percival is being bullied. Yeah, Cham and SpeCial, they're like, yeah, see, it doesn't feel good, does it? They're getting their revenge for game 1. True, true. As ByuN does attempt his own drop, but alas, SpeCial's here. Yeah, SpeCial's in position to deny the drop. He's hoping to catch it. Cyclones are ready. Likewise, Percival dropping into the main. Once again, though, SpeCial he's all over this. He's all over both drops. ByuN taking the center expansion. Again, currently, at least in this game, ByuN is the carry. Like, ByuN, he's been left alone. He's been able to mine freely. Now he's building up his forces. Taking the gold. Meanwhile, again, this base is so wide open. Cham coming in. Biles able to connect. A tank goes down. The base is denied. Sensor tower as well. Yeah, it doesn't have the sensor tower. Meanwhile, SpeCial does rotate to the top side. Nice hailing volleys on the bio. Marines do go down. But they do hold on to the base. Percival, again, he's slowly recovering. As you can see here, like, Cham is about to max out. Juanito, his supply is comparable to that of ByuN. It's Percival that has been lagging behind because of all the early game damage. But if they can turtle, if they can defend for a little bit longer, then our players can start maxing out, and then ByuN can start feeding Percival. And can start sharing resources. Until then, Cham, he trades with ByuN. Not the most efficient trade from Cham, but trading nonetheless. Likewise, Nidus into the main. Okay. El Chamaco. Ay, ay, ay. Drops are denied. Nidus will complete. ByuN, no reaction, didn't notice. Yeah, it took him too long. ByuN, he did not notice. Nidus does complete. Roaches, they're filing out. Nidus is going to be targeted down. Ooh. And he will defend in time. Still, though, a big distraction. ByuN dropping into the natural. Ooh, he's going to be shut down, though. Gets a couple of drones. Meanwhile, SpeCial pushing through the center. They are fighting the army out of range of the tanks. The tanks are too far back. And this time, of course, SpeCial, he's playing mech. He's making it up. Oof. Yeah, dragging Percival into tank fire. With that, Cham, he defends back at home. SpeCial moving in. Oh, Cham, he buys on the tank. Gets one of the tanks going for the... He wants all the tanks. He wants them. Oh, barely will get the second. Second tank goes down. Third tank as well. There's one tank left. Biles will connect. There's still another tank in the back line. Yeah, Cham, he barely won't have enough. Barely not. Oh my god. As Team Korea, they do hold, they do defend. Unfortunately, Cham, he was on his own, and Juanito was a little bit too far behind. SpeCial now trying to move in. Another nice into the main. This time, ByuN is somewhat ready for it, only somewhat. Ooh. There's a couple of roaches do pop in. Meanwhile, Cham, he's not really taking up. Never mind. Hydra. So it looks like he maybe wants to switch into Hydra Viper. Like, Vipers would be ideal, but I believe currently there is no Hive. Yeah, the Hive is still on the way. Juanito, meanwhile, taking more bases. And because Team Mexico have been the aggressors, they've been left alone for the most part. They've been attempted drops, but their economy has been more or less untouched. Like, ByuN and Percival, they have to do something across the map. Ooh, nice snipe. Very nice snipe. It denies the Hydrogen, denies the upgrade. ByuN breaks out. He will catch a mineral line. Yeah, SpeCial out of position. And oh, he has switched into a more traditional form of mech. No battle mech. Yeah, much more immobile army. So ByuN abusing the immobility of SpeCial. The roaches, they come in to buy some time. Again, you can see how poorly the roaches trade. As Marauders, they can just A-move the roaches. Yeah, they can just A-move. Roaches are just trying to buy some time, and ByuN is maxed. ByuN is that maxed out, and what's important about ByuN maxing? One, he has the gold base, and now, as I mentioned before, he can start to feed Percival. Remember, Percival has been struggling this entire time. That's why Percival has been a non-factor for most of this game. But now ByuN can start trading resources and can help Percival recover. Like, he's gotten there. Yeah, now they're stimming in. They're pushing through the center. Cham, he has no lurkers. Base goes down. Special coming in from behind. Okay, tanks are sieged. Massive volleys going off. Yeah, volleys are going off. Cham and Special, they're holding. Oh, but the bases are going down. Yeah, Special, he will lose 2 bases on the right-hand side. ByuN does overwhelm, and with that, Percival and ByuN, they do take game number 2. Whew, GG. Oh my god. GG, well played again. Honestly, Special and Cham, they were playing really well. They're playing very well, but there were a couple of key factors that did occur. One, Cham, he did trade out a lot of his army trying to break that siege line on his own, and he bled out a lot of units. He lost a lot of momentum. More importantly, because of that, he had less to defend back at home, and we saw that he lost his tech. Like Cham, he never got into hive tech, he never got into vipers, never got into lurkers. His army was very subpar. So even though Cham had a high army supply, it didn't really scale well into a longer game. So like he himself was also becoming a non-factor, and Percival was becoming more influential there just because of his more efficient army of bio tank. Likewise, ByuN was allowed to max out. He was allowed to not just max, claim the gold. That gold base was a big factor there, was a big boost to ByuN. And as we mentioned, like ByuN, he was kind of like what's the best word? I guess like Percival was like babysitting ByuN, or like ByuN, he was kind of like taking care of like because Percival was the punching bag, he was like the tank, if maybe that's like a better way of putting it. He was like the tank, he was like taking all the hits, taking all the damage, while ByuN was allowed to just safely and calmly build up and max out himself. GG. GG, well played. And with that, ByuN and Percival, they do take a 2-0 lead in the series, and now we're getting into game number 3. And we'll see if they can claim the series 3-0, or if both Cham and Special can recover and make a series out of this. Up next, we're going to be loading into Emerald City. Here we go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Emerald City, we have our Mexican duo. Here we go. We have our red Zerg, we have our purple Terran, we have Cham and Special. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Korean duo leading the series 2-0. We have our Terran duo, our teal Terran and our blue Terran. It is ByuN and Percival. Here we go. Are going to be settling in, and oh my god, we're cheesing. We've had some pretty standard openers, all things considered. We've had greed out of our players, but here we go. Percival does open up with not just 1, not just 2, but 3 SCVs. So a proxy 3 racks out of Percival. Meanwhile, ByuN, his own racks is back at home. Interesting. But he's going for a... There we go. Never mind. Okay, so Percival is going for a proxy 3 racks. Meanwhile, ByuN is opening up 2 racks. So ByuN, he will support the army, but from afar. He will support from afar, also still being aggressive, but nowhere near as aggressive as Percival. And he does send out 1 SCV at least. Okay. Does send out 1 of his own SCVs. Maxes are amassing, gases are being taken. So this should just be Mass Reaper. Mass Reaper here. Meanwhile, we do have a hatch gas pool, standard open out of Cham, and double gas by Special. Now, because Special is playing double gas, that means a faster factory, that means a faster Hellion, that means a late expansion, but a faster Hellion is going to be ideal against a cheese and against a proxy like this, as it is going to be proxy 3-racks Reaper out of Percival, and it's going to be 3-racks Reaper out of ByuN, but 2 racks is back at home, and only 1 is proxied. So a little bit less committed here. Meanwhile, do we SCV scouts? No. No SCV scouts, only an Overlord scout out of Cham. They're in the dark, but again, at least Special's playing safe. So this is a safe setup here from Special. That will help. But I don't think our players are going to be prepared. I don't know if I'm prepared to see how many Reapers we're going to have. Like with all 3, with both Terran players going Mass Reaper. With ByuN and Percival. Now, it is unfortunate that it's like, that one of our Terrans is more committed than the other. For sure. It is unfortunate, but regardless. Like, it feels like Okay, as we do dive in, Reaper goes down. We trade 1 for 1. We trade our Reapers. Lings, they do get a lot of damage done on the first Reaper, though. And Percival does pull away. ByuN did lose 1. Ooh, that's Percival. He will lose another. Yeah, rough losses. Both Percival and ByuN losing some momentum already. Likewise, trying to commit in. The Hellion has arrived. Yeah, the Hellion is here. Reaper's taking a lot of hits already. Ooh, another Reaper does go down. Another Reaper falls. Percival, he does delay the CC. Percival, he will delay. Ooh, catching another Reaper. Nice snipe on the Hellion. Oh, now there's a second Hellion, though. Yeah, there is a second Hellion. The second Hellion is going to be targeted down, but oh my god, that's a lot of losses already. A lot of Reapers are falling. As we almost get, yeah, we get another surround. Link speed is almost done, and once Link speed kicks in, you can just shut this down. Cham, he can chase down those Reapers, and there's not that many of them. He's going in for the dive. There's Link speed. He gets 1, he gets 2. He's gonna get up to 3. Can he get all the Reapers, though? It's still gonna be close. Oh, the surround! He surrounds Percival. And likewise, ByuN is trying to escape, but he cannot escape. ByuN will lose everything. Yeah, both players lose all their Reapers. ByuN and Percival. They're gonna be forced back. They're still massing up Reaper. What el chamaco? He catches them out. Yeah, ByuN losing another. He loses another Reaper. Down to 2. Percival preserves his own. ByuN is attempting to, he does expand. ByuN, he does expand back at home. ByuN is already transitioning out of this, but Percival is not. And again, what this feels like, it's like one of those things where like Percival, he's like, young, yo, we go all in, yeah? And ByuN's like, yeah, we'll go all in. It's like, okay, we're gonna proxy, yeah? It's like, yeah, we'll proxy. And Percival's like, okay, I'm going, yeah? And ByuN's like, yeah, I'm right with you, papi, I'm right with you. I'm right behind you, papi, right. And then he's like yelling from afar. Because he only proxied 1. He didn't commit as hard. So his reinforcements were delayed. It's like I'm right behind you, papi. I got you. ByuN. ByuN, he's double expanding, by the way. He's getting his natural and a 3rd CC. He's crazy. So ByuN with a double expand. Very greedy follow-up. Very greedy here by ByuN. As Percival, I mean, he has built up a decent Reaper. I mean, he has to, right? He's still making mass Reaper. And the goal at this point has changed as, oh, that's going to be a cancel. That's going to be a cancel on the CC. Massive pickoff here. There's a cancellation. I was going to say that right now it's on Percival to buy time. He's just trying to buy time and distract, but he's being overwhelmed. He's being overwhelmed. The Reapers are falling one after the other. Massive pickoffs. Cham coming in for the surround. We're going to catch out ByuN. And ByuN, he will be caught. Losing his Reapers. Likewise, Percival is floating back home. Percival, he barely has anything remaining back at home. There's nothing to defend. There's nothing here. GG gets called. 0 army units. There's like 2 Marines. And Cham and SpeCial, they will shut down the cheese. They will shut down the all-in. And we have a back and forth. We have a series. GG. Whew. GG. Well played. Cham and SpeCial, they will take a win here. Again, it was an interesting all-in from an interesting proxy out of ByuN and Percival. Again, both players going through Axe Reaper, but in different ways, and likewise, they were overrun, they were overwhelmed. Thankfully, SpeCial did play safe, winding it back. If you remember, SpeCial did open up double gas, so he had Hellions, and those Hellion volleys were a big part of the defense. Yes, they were targeted down eventually, but they got a lot of damage, which did assist Cham when it comes to his defense. When it came to his queens moving in, when it came to his link speed timing, Cham, he was supported quite well there by SpeCial. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we do have a back and forth, and we'll see how our series continues as we're going to be getting into game number 4 here on recuperation. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh, sorry, I said recuperation. Reclamation. My bad. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Reclamation, we have our red Zerg player, we have our purple Terran, we have our Mexican duo here, we have Cham and SpeCial. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have their opponents. We have the team leading the series 2-1, the Korean team. We have our teal Terran, we have our blue Terran. It is ByuN and Percival. Here we go. Whew. And this is one of those maps that we did mention before that you can be more aggressive on for one reason: no shared main. Up until now, all the maps have had shared main bases. That does make it easy to defend. That means both players can work together to survive against all-ins. But here, the main bases are spread out, which means you can actually target a player. You can target a player intentionally, so you can try to break them, you can gang up on them, and try to shut them down. Now, thankfully, the natural is a little bit more shared. I say a little bit more because there are two entrances. There's a ramp here outside on the right-hand side, and there's also an entrance on the left. But more or less, as the game continues, as the game progresses, the natural is more secure. Here we go. As we get into this, a big shout out to OG Hardlog in the chat. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. We do appreciate the support. Again, hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting. Hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you, Papi. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy the emotes, as we have plenty of duck-related emotes in the chat. And likewise, you can join our Discord. We do provide replay packs to our subscribers, so you can check out our Discord. We have been, I will say that we are a little bit behind when it comes to sharing some replays, just because we've been so busy with EWC and with DreamHack Dallas and with all the tournaments going on, but we will be catching up. We'll catch up. We got you. As from here, we have our initial openers. Looks like standard economic opener out of both of our Korean Terrans. Likewise, standard opener out of Cham out of SpeCial as well. What I mean by that, no double gas. No one is going double gas. No one is going for any earlier tech. We do have a much later second gas geyser here from ByuN. Meanwhile, hatch gas pool out of Cham. Ooh, going for his third. SpeCial, he will lose the first Reaper. First Reaper does go down. Percival and ByuN moving in. Now, without that Reaper SpeCial, he's exposed. Does focus on the Marine. The Marine goes down. Lings as well. Nice control. Nice kiting here with the Reapers. Yeah, very nice kiting. But thankfully, they were kept busy and the CC is safe. Otherwise, they could have delayed the command center. So SpeCial's command center will complete. Reaper into the main. Oh no! SpeCial being greedy gets scattered very fast. There's the ping. You can see the ping there. Percival, he just pinged a ByuN. He's like, yo, young, papi. Juanito's crazy. And he's going to be abused for it. Yeah, he's going to be abused for it. Building SCV gets targeted. The third CC has been spotted. Would you get a nice round on ByuN? Very nice round. He does surround the Reaper. ByuN gets caught out, but Percival, he makes up for it. He makes up for it, kills another SCV. And another 7 kills on this one Reaper. Finally it does fall. Looking at the install type here, that was 5 SCV kills. And ByuN's not done. And you can see they're targeting SpeCial. Now, the reason why they're targeting SpeCial is because they know how greedy he's being. Like, they know how greedy, how many corners he's cutting. As SpeCial's laying his starports. SpeCial, I know he's going to be losing his Hellions. And there is a target on SpeCial right now. Down to 1 Marine, down to 1 Hellion. Lings are in position, Queens are rushing over. Cham, he's here for his boy. He's trying to be, but oh god. Hellions, they almost overwhelm. Not quite. Percival does pull away. And behind this, ooh, double Cloak Banshee. We have Cloak Banshee out of ByuN, and we have Cloak Banshee out of Percival. Oh boy. So we're doubling down on Cloak Banshee. Meanwhile, the mineral line! Mineral line is exposed. Nice pull away out of Cham. Whew, very clutch defense. Very clutch here from Cham. SpeCial mech. SpeCial is meching it up. Second factory's on the way. Hellions to go back into the mineral line. They get 2 more drones, 3 more drones. No major damage, but damage nonetheless. I mean, again, this space is very out in the open. It's very exposed. It's going to be difficult to maintain. Cham trying to keep up. But it's not about this, it's about the Banshees. Here we go, the first Banshee for ByuN and the first Banshee for Percival. And again, they're targeting Juanito, they're targeting SpeCial. SCVs are going to be going down in the main and at the natural as well. No turrets, no defense. SpeCial's being bullied. The Hellions don't shoot up. They don't shoot up, neither do the Lings. Oh no. And this might be too much. At this point, like, this is brutal damage here. The first Cyclone has arrived. You can see Percival being tentative, but no, you can just keep going. There's a first scan. ByuN, he will lose his Banshee. Percival, he does pull away. He's preserving his own Banshees, getting up to 2. And we have ByuN also playing mech. So once again, ByuN, he's embracing mech. Meanwhile, Percival's going biotank. So biotank out of Percival, mech out of ByuN, mech out of Juanito. From the side of Cham, he's going into Roach Ravager. He's working towards Roach Ravager. His Banshee's moving back in. Oh. Hellions rotating. Oh. Lings are coming for the surround. Nice, very nice catch. Okay. Cham catching up ByuN. Yeah, Hellions are caught at the same time. Banshees into the main base, but this time SpeCial was ready. This time SpeCial does defend. But SpeCial, he has been hurting. And looking at the unit tab here, SpeCial, 26 SC. Oh god, 26 SCVs for SpeCial, as opposed to the 50 plus for both Percival and ByuN. So far, the aggression has been successful. Like, they've been bullying SpeCial and it has paid off. Like, SpeCial, he is hurting. He does have an army to work with. They have to do some counter damage. Nicely done. SCVs are lining up. Percival, he does have an army to work with. Sorry, SpeCial, I'd say. SpeCial does have an army. Likewise, drop. Ooh. He's gonna come in. Medevac almost goes down. Cham, he keeps up with Percival. Very nice defense out of Cham. And nice offense here by SpeCial. Denies the third CC. Okay. And what's important with that defense and with this aggression here from SpeCial as well, SpeCial is able to resaturate. He's not there yet. He's still behind. SpeCial, he's still very much so behind, but he's slowly catching up. He's got mules. He can make 3 SCVs at a time. He's on the road to recovery. Kills more SCVs. ByuN is exposed. Goes up the mineral line. Send it that. He gets in. It's going to be a one-way trip. Yeah, it's going to be a one-way trip here. Ooh, SCVs are lining up, but the Hellions all go down. And the problem here is that SpeCial was preserving this army over time. It doesn't really have the economy to sustain those losses. Cham can share resources, of course. He can share them. Comms, I see someone asking in chat, do teammates use comms? If you're asking if they're on like Discord together, the answer is yes. Cham and SpeCial are. Percival and ByuN, they should be as well. They have been pinging, specifically Percival and ByuN. They have been pinging each other, but you still do ping, like even when you're like in voice. So I would say that Cham and SpeCial are. I would assume that ByuN and Percival are as well. Like, we can make that assumption. Yeah, true, especially because they're not typing, right? So pings out of context don't mean much. Meanwhile, all the Mavericks, they do get caught out. Nice catch, getting every single meta. SpeCial, calm down. He shuts down the Doom Drop very nicely. And Percival, he plummets in supply. Okay. Very nice catching by SpeCial. Shuts down the Doom Drop. And with that, you can see Percival plummet in supply. That means now more comparable with SpeCial. Cham, he's holding his own. I'll say that Cham is looking the healthiest out of all players. Cham is on 4 bases. Meanwhile, ByuN getting up to 3. Sorry, ByuN getting up to 4 himself. He's almost there. Percival on 3. So again, it's still a rough start, and looking at the units tab here, SpeCial's still behind. Like, compared to the other Terrans, like SpeCial, he's still down in workers, down in economy. Catching out that army was really important for SpeCial, very important for Team Mexico. As SpeCial's still recovering. Meanwhile, nice catch on some of the Cyclones. Ooh, but a bit of miscontrol there. Cham, he will lose some roaches for free. So 4 or 5 roaches going down. This time the hive is done. Vipers are on the way. So we have some Liberator harass. Yeah, Liberator towards the south side and Liberator into the main. Again, still targeting SpeCial. If you missed out on the early game, the reasoning for this is because SpeCial was hyper greedy at the start of the game. So they had to punish that greed. And they did, like, successfully so. Like, they did punish SpeCial for cutting corners. Well, Banshees move forward. They can do catch a tank. Overlord speed is on the way. Ooh, pushing into a tank line. Not going to be easy here, but he got the Vipers. Yeah, he gets one, he gets two tanks. And nicely done. Vipers, they have ducked. Cashing out more tanks. The MVP Vipers. Yeah, ByuN losing every single tank. Ooh, but the Vipers are being targeted, and that's going to be every Viper going down. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, those Cyclone locals are brutal and intentional. Despite that, we're still trying to break through. There's still two more tanks. Oof. And they have to work hard here to break through that tank line. And here we go, we have two more tanks sieging up. There's still so many tanks left over. And Cham will lose everything. Cham will lose the army. Again, if Cham had preserved the Vipers, different story, but he lost everything. And we're running out of steam. Like Cham and SpeCial, that was so committed here. The one Banshee catching out the tank. Oof. Yeah, and from here, they're just being overrun. They're being overrun. Not like this. Again, they were so committed to that push. It started off well. Initially, like, catching out all the tanks was solid, and then all the Vipers went down. And then they kept pushing into more tanks. Again, without that Viper support, they just cannot gain ground. Now we have rebuilt those Vipers, but they lost a lot of momentum. SpeCial is still somewhat the weak link here. Just because, again, he just doesn't really have the economy as all the others. More tanks going down, losing another two. Losing another two tanks. And you can see just how solid this position is here for ByuN Percival. But that's one. Oh, the lock-on! The lock-on here snipes another Viper. Another Viper goes down to the lock-ons. Oh, down to two Vipers. And at this point, we have to back off. Like, again, without any energy on these Vipers, like, there's no way you can break through this. Two more Vipers on the way. And these Vipers have been an issue here for Team Korea, but, I mean, now we have Vikings. Viking production from Percival. Vikings and Ghost on the way as well. Remember, Percival's playing Bio. Meanwhile, we do see ByuN just committing here to Cyclone. Pushing a little bit far into creep. ByuN overextending, bleeding out some Cyclones. Just a handful. Ooh, meanwhile, Cham overextends. Oh no, get out of here! Cham, he does push too far in. Bleeding out a lot of Hydras. A lot of Hydras do go down. Yeah, Cham, he was inattentive. Whereas Cham does take down one of the tanks. Does take down the tank, last the Viper. Oh, the Vipers are getting caught out, and the Vipers are the heart of the army here. They're the backbone of the army. And that's going to be 4 Vipers going down. That is brutal. Yo, we got the combination of the Ghost from Percival and the Cyclones from ByuN. And without those Vipers, this army just doesn't really have much going for it. We can see Cham turning, SpeCial turning back around. Does have a decent tank count. Oof. Had a decent tank. Oh, God. Oh, God. Had a decent tank count. But it gets caught out. It gets caught out by the high ground. Like, this position is just brutal here. You cannot get through this, not without taking all these tank shots. So SpeCial called out. How many Vipers do we have? 0. 0 Vipers. Oof. Again, the Vipers are the only way that Team Mexico can ever engage, and they were sniped. Cham rebuilding, making 4 more Vipers. It's their only way. Yeah, without them, ByuN moving in. Doesn't quite get the base. SpeCial trying to hold the line. Percival peeling off, going for a counterattack. So the Ghost hit squad. Who catches who? Percival rotating over. Cham moving in. It's going to be a 1v2 here for Cham. Cham needs tank support. Vipers, they come in for some blinding clouds. Oh no, losing one. Losing one more Viper, losing 2 Vipers. Yeah, the lock-ons are brutal. Cham, he will lose the entire ground army. SpeCial coming in from behind, but he's late. He's late to the party. Juanito. I mean, again, this mech army is just very slow. It's just a very slow mech army. Liberation has arrived. SpeCial getting desperate. He's going to get surrounded. He'll lose everything here. Yeah, there's just no support for this, and every tank is going to go down. There's too much freedom. And there it is. There it is. GG, as both the Cham and SpeCial will tap out, and ByuN Percival, they will take the series, claim the series 3-1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. They will claim the series. They will take and become our Enki Pro Series number 5 champions. GG. GG, well played. A shout out to SpeCial and Cham for making a series out of this, of course. They were able to take the game on Emerald City. They were able to shut down the attempted cheese and proxy from both ByuN and Percival. But when it came to a lot of these games, like, it was, and I'll be honest, I want to say that on Undercurrent, they were winning that game as well. Like, I can definitely see a world where this goes to the ace match. To be honest, I can see a world where this goes all the way to game number 5. Again, that game on Undercurrent, SpeCial and Cham were doing so well there, but ByuN with the hard carry was able to harass well enough to give Percival some time to recover, and of course to snipe some important tech structures. Like, Cham, he was so delayed when it comes to getting to his own Vipers and his own Hydras on Undercurrent. Likewise, SpeCial had no defenses back at home, so the run-bys were crippling him as well. Like, otherwise, I can definitely see them winning that game. I can definitely see a game 5 and an ace match. Regardless, GG. GG, well played. With that, congratulations here, as both ByuN and Percival will win it. GG. GG, well played. Whew, oh my god. And again, it's always a lot of fun featuring some of these 2v2s. It's always a lot of fun seeing some of these pro players like indulge in other formats and other game modes, similar to like StarCraft Evolution or Warcraft 3 Evolution, or 2v2s, or even 3v3s. It is always fun to see. GG. GG, well played. Whew, and with that, we've wrapped up our show match. We've wrapped up our show match here. Again, when it comes to the rest of our schedule, we are going to be covering some more 2v2 later on this week. You can see here tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow, you can see on our schedule on Friday morning, we have the thermal 2v2 circuits. We're going to be featuring more 2v2 action, featuring the best players in 2v2 tomorrow in the circuit. That's going to be the May circuit, of course. Those events did occur a couple of weeks ago, but we were otherwise busy with EWC, so we had no time. But we are catching up with the thermal 2v2 circuit. And again, the playoffs are going to be after Home Story Cup next month. Next month should be the playoffs. Likewise, later on tonight, we have the Podcast. We have the Podcast after the LATAM League. That's going to be at 7 p.m. KST. That's going to be at 8 p.m. AST. That's going to be in 7 hours. 7 hours time, we are live with the Podcast. Likewise, we have OC King of the Hill. That's going to be tomorrow evening. We have KSL, we have SDO, we have STC, and we have Cheeseadelphia over the weekend. That's a big offline event happening over in the Americas, and we've been hard at work. I say we, Kura's been hard at work at putting together all of the overlays, all the assets, and getting ready for Cheese. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. Look forward to it. Look forward to the offline event happening over in the Americas. So much StarCraft, always, papi, always. Meanwhile, stay hyped for one. Redeeming a replay. Oh, is that what I think it is? Is that god? What's it called? Is that a circle derpling replay? Ay. Oh no, papi, oh no. Next time, Pappy, next time. But thank you so much. Yes, if you're in the chat, you can redeem a replay. You can redeem a replay cast. We can jump into it. I don't know. Esther Hyper One. We'll be casting it next time. Don't worry, don't worry. We'll catch up on it. We'll catch up. But yes. So if you wish, you can have us cast some of your replays. If you wish, there's a point redemption in the chat. You can send us the replays, and we'll bring them all together. I don't know if I want his coaching now. True. Este Monteon. Oh my god. Cham carrying. Cham, he was holding his own there. He was holding his own. Only so much he could do on his own there. Yo, shout out to Este Enki, baby. Raid Pacheco. Of course. Oh, we'll see. I say we'll see because we usually raid players or people that are covering StarCraft. I think Pacheco's playing Resident Evil. Oh no. Which sounds like fun, don't get me wrong, but we usually raid people streaming StarCraft. But Este Enki, good to see you, papi. Good to see you. But yes, we are going to be wrapping up. And again, we're going to be live later on tonight in 7 hours with the podcast. With the podcast, papi, the podcast. That's true. Maybe next. Yeah. I mean, we do raid Pacheco when we can. Whenever she's playing StarCraft. Always. We support. Check your Discord. Oh. Okay. Gracias, papi. Gracias. And also a big shout out in the chat to Cobaltin, papi. Oh my god, papi. Thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime as well. Thank you. We do appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Hope you enjoy the content, the casting, and the StarCraft. Thank you, papi. Thank you. 10k is a bargain, exactly. You have a 4-minute one? Oh no. I don't even know what that map is. Got time for a short one? Okay. We'll do one short one. Hold on. I got you. Viewer replay cast. Uno más, papi. Uno más. But yes, we always have all the StarCraft. But again, when it comes to this week, of course, we're going to be live in 7 hours time. But it looks like we do have a viewer replay that we will jump into. Shout out to Hyper1 in the chat for redeeming it. And it's going to be a StarCraft Evolution replay. Is it from this patch? That's the real question. Is it from this patch? Oh.